Links to previous episodes are given in the video description, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. A Luna's Journey from Servitude to Strength. Episode 12. Chapter 87. Catalina's POV. I wake up the next morning wrapped up in Andrew's arms. My mate, my almost husband. I breathe in his scent. I feel his fingers on my arm. Are you awake? I ask. No, I'm still sleeping. Liar. He chuckles. I don't want to be awake, isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. Well, we will have to agree to disagree, my love. He kisses the top of my head. Should I ask what you have planned for your bachelor party? Should I ask about yours? He asks. I honestly don't know what we are going to be doing. Rachel and Cassie planned it. Oh great, Goddess only knows what they have planned. Don't worry about me, we are going to some distillery and drinking and smoking, that's about it. I won't let anything get out of hand. I am the high alpha after all. I look up at him and he raises his eyebrows. Good. What time are you starting your dignified bar crawl? He asks with a smirk. All I know is the girls will be over around 5. Great, that gives us 5 hours to lay in bed. I'm going to miss it tonight. I'm going to miss you tonight. Wait, it's noon. I sit up in bed and reach for my phone. It's 12:05 p.m. Good Goddess, we slept till noon. I throw the covers off and scramble out of bed. We were up late, practicing for our wedding night. He says with a bigger smirk. Ha ha ha. You are so funny. We have things to do, Andrew. We are getting married tomorrow. You have a final fitting for your tux. Someone needs to pick up the flowers, my dress, greet guests. Oh, Rachel must be so mad at me. I am rifling through my drawers for clothes. Lena, calm down. I already did my final fitting yesterday. My mom is getting the flowers and your dress as we speak. My dad is greeting guests. Rachel is so busy she doesn't even know you are still up here. Everything is fine. We are getting married tomorrow. We get to be taken care of until then. Andrew has his hands on my shoulders. I take a deep breath. He's right. Andrew pulls me back to the bed and he takes a seat on the edge, pulling me in between his legs. Then what do you suggest? Let's have lunch together before we have to part ways until the wedding tomorrow. Very well. Let me go get ready. I'm actually very hungry now that you mention it. I go to the closet and pick out an outfit, then I head to the bathroom to clean up. When I'm done, I get dressed in a pair of jeans and a white and black striped sweater. What are we having for lunch? I ask. You can have anything you want. What will it be? Anything I want. Anything. How about burgers? I say with a grin. You could have anything you want, sky is the limit and you pick burgers? Goddess, I love you. Andrew pulls me in and kisses me. I love you too. Let's get going, I'm actually getting really hungry. Do you know where we are going? I ask. I know just the spot. He says as he takes my hand and leads me to the elevator. We make it down the elevator and into the lobby and out to a black SUV. We get into the back seat and the car takes off. I am guessing Andrew mind-linked our driver, because he seemed to know exactly where we were going. I just sat in my seat holding Andrew's hand and looking out the window. After about 10 minutes of driving we pull up to this street where I see a bunch of people all sitting on the sidewalk eating. I look over at Andrew. "Trust me," he says and gets out of the car pulling me behind him. We walk over to a line at a window in the front of the building. However, it seems most everyone here is a werewolf and allows us to the front of the line. When we get to the window, I see a young girl with thick eyeliner standing behind the plexiglass chewing gum and checking her nails. "What can I get ya?" she asks without looking up at us. "2 double cheeseburgers with everything on them and 2 fries and 2 sodas," Andrew says. The girl pops a bubble as she types our order onto her screen. "That's $1.40. Andrew pays and the girl hands us our drinks as we wait. We take a seat on a curb and wait for the food. The young girl yells out our order number. "Yay! Our food is ready." The burger is the best burger I have ever had in my entire life. I eat it so fast, and I'm actually sad when I'm finished. "Good, right?" Andrew asks. "I'm sad I finished it. We'll come back again." When we get back to the apartment, Andrew packs an overnight bag to stay at Murphy's place. I know it's only for one night but I absolutely hate that he won't be here tonight. I come up behind him and wrap my arms around his waist and lay my head on his back. "It's just one night, love," he says. "I know, but I already miss you." He turns around and picks me up. I wrap my legs around his waist and cup his face and look into his green eyes, the eyes I fell in love with. "I will see you tomorrow," he says and kisses me. I can't wait. I kiss him again. I hear the apartment door open and I know it's Rachel. Andrew puts me back on the floor and I go to greet her. "Honey, are you excited about tonight?" Rachel throws her bags on the couch and wraps me in a tight hug. She smells like vanilla and orange. "Yeah, what do we have planned?" I ask. Rachel looks over my shoulder. "Is Andrew still here?" she almost whispers. "Yes, I'm still here." "Why? What are you hiding?" Andrew comes out of the bedroom with his bag. "Nothing. You just need to get out. It's girl time," Rachel says, practically shoving him out of the door. "Sheesh, Rach. You didn't have to throw him out." I huff. "Yes, I did. You need to get ready and the other girls should be here soon." Rachel hooks arms with me and pulls me into the bedroom and straight for my closet. "You need something short, low, and thin." After a few moments of going through my closet I hear a commotion. "Why have I never seen you in this?" "Oh, this is perfect!" Rachel exclaims. "What's perfect? What did you find?" I ask. Rachel comes out with a shimmering teal dress. "This is the dress." She hands it to me. "I'm going to freeze to death. But you'll look so hot." I sigh but smile, the dress is very cute. I get changed and hear the door open and the girls talking. "Hey ladies! Wait until you see Lena!" Rachel shouts. "Let's see it, girl!" Cassie yells back. I step out in this very short pencil dress, deep V cut all the way to my stomach, with spaghetti straps. Basically the only things covered are my boobs and hips. I definitely need a jacket. Damn Lena! Look at you, Sarah says, walking over to me. Now I still need to do her hair, but come on. Look at this dress. Rachel takes my hand and twirls me around to show it off. I let out a little chuckle. But I'm definitely going to need a jacket. I say. We need drinks. Poppy says. Please. Shiloh is on formula, so I am free to drink. Cassie says, grabbing a glass. Rachel takes a glass too, but doesn't drink it. She really needs to tell everyone. I hate secrets. We all file into my bedroom and Rachel sits me down to do my hair. So are you excited for tonight? I would be if I knew what we were doing. I say. You haven't told her. Not yet. We're going to a club. Rachel says. Not just any club. We're going to Odyssey. Poppy squeals in excitement. Am I supposed to know what that is? I ask. It's just a club, don't worry. And besides, you look gorgeous. Rachel says, backing away from me. Hey Lena, this is beautiful, where did you get it? Sarah asks, holding up the smooth opal stone Dolus gave me. Oh, it's nothing, someone gave it to me. I get up to get it from Sarah, but Cassie gets it from her first. Oh, I know what this is. It's a summoning stone. Mother had one for a certain someone. Who does this call? Cassie asks, teasing me. I reach for the stone, but she goes out into the living room. Should we find out, ladies? She holds the stone over her wine glass. Oh goddess, no. Cassie, please don't. I say, but I'm too late. She drops the stone in the wine. My breath catches in my throat as I look around the room. Nothing. I breathe again. Thank you. 3 weeks. I can't believe you waited 3 weeks. I close my eyes at the sound of his voice. Lena. Where have you been hiding him? Sarah says, being high alpha has its perks, I see. Poppy says. I open my eyes and see Dolus in my living room. So what is going on here? Dolus looks around and then back at me. I can feel his eyes exploring every curve of my body, and I did not like it. I wanted to cover myself, but I didn't have anything. It's Lena's bachelorette party. Poppy says, pouring herself another drink. Oh, and am I to be the entertainment? Dolus' smile spread across his face. As if. Don't get me wrong, Dolus is very attractive with his broad shoulders and dark hair. I can see a few tattoos peeking out from under his shirt. Can gods get tattoos? I mean, I guess so, but how? I have questions. But I am not interested in anyone but Andrew. No, you are not. Which earns me a groan from the girls. I grab Dolus' arm and pull him into the bedroom and close the door. Ah, so you wanted me all to yourself. Dolus runs a finger down my arm. No. Just tell me what you needed to tell me. Dolus laughs and moves around my room and focuses his attention to my vanity. If your charming friend hadn't put the stone in her wine, were you ever going to call on me? He glances over to me. His scent has already filled the room. He smells like leather and campfire. He smells like outside. Yes, no, maybe. I've just been busy. And if I'm being honest, I'm tired. I huff. Tired. Tired of having to deal with larger problems than my own. I sit down on the bed. I see. He turns to look at me and then kneels in front of me. Then this can wait. Go have fun with your friends, get married. This problem will still be here later. I look at him strangely. You and I will have an endless amount of time to solve all the world's problems. This life you are living is limited. I can wait. I don't need to be your first, I want to be your last. He tucks a strand of hair behind my ear, kisses my forehead. Congratulations! He whispers and then he was gone. My body feels warm and tingly all over. What the heck was that? I hear a knock at the door. Lena. I get up and open the door. Rachel is there looking concerned and looks around the room. Who was that, Lena? You don't really have some hot guy on retainer, do you? No, he's a god who was helping us before. He had some problem he needed help with. But he said it could wait until after the wedding. Okay, good. Let's get ready to go. Rachel says. Everyone grabs a jacket and heads for the lobby. We pile into a car and head to the club. The car pulls up to a large building with a line out front and music you could hear from inside the car. We get out and head for the door. I could see the people in line giving us looks, they were not happy we were walking in past them. We get to the door and we are greeted by two large men in suits. Hold up, ladies. Your names? One of the beefy men asks, holding up a clipboard. Hi, Alpha Catalina Black's party. Both of the men bow immediately. I forget I have rank now. The men pull back the curtain and we walk in. This place is like nothing I have ever seen. There is a bar that seems to run the entire length of the building, that glows blue and purple. There is a large dance floor filled with people. There is a second floor that overlooks the first. To the side of the dance floor is a higher level sitting area. The music is loud and it smells like a mix of sweat, alcohol, and X in here. Poppy leads our group to the bar. We should get a few rounds before we hit the dance floor. Poppy tries to yell over the music. We all take our jackets off. I will take these to the coat check. Rachel says. I know she is avoiding the drinks. Poppy gets us all a round of shots and we throw them back. Cassie gets the next round. We all do 2 more shots before we head out to the dance floor. It's about this time I start to notice eyes all over us. I don't know if I like the attention we are drawing, but I fear there is no stopping this train. But honestly, the night isn't bad. Yes, we had a few guys try and dance up on us. Sarah was having the time of her life dancing with every guy we turned down. A few guys tried to bring us drinks, but we only drank shots directly at the bar. No one made a scene or caused problems. Although Poppy definitely had too much to drink and I called Jet to come pick her up. Other than that, the night was really good. Sarah, Cassie, Rachel, and I left the club around 2 a.m. and headed back for the pack house. I wonder what the guys got up to tonight. Several hours earlier, Andrew's POV, after Rachel basically threw me out of my own apartment, I went to meet Murphy at his place. Hey Andrew, go get changed, we leave in like 30 minutes. Murphy says. I head to the spare room and change my clothes. I hear some voices in the living room and head out to greet the guys. In the living room is Murphy, Todd, Alistair, Jet, and Alpha Leon. Leon, what are you doing here, man? I clap him on the back. I couldn't miss out on the festivities. I hope you don't mind me crashing your bachelor party. Of course not. It's good to see you. You too, man. Congratulations on getting married, and to the high alpha. That's impressive. Do you get a fancy title after you get married? He asks. Nah, I'll still just be Alpha Andrew. Gentlemen, a toast. To our boy Andrew. Congratulations on finding your mate and not dying. Ha ha ha. Very funny. I'm just joking. I hope you guys live full happy lives together. Murphy raises his glass and everyone follows. Everyone downs their drinks and we head out to a car waiting for us. We head to the distillery on the edge of town. We get there and we had our own private room with cigarette girls, which are girls that carry a tray, in this case, of different cigars around their necks, wearing short skirts and low-cut tops. The room had a few poker tables in the middle and a bar on the side with our own personal bartender. Murphy got everyone a round of shots and we threw them back. Poker anyone? Murphy asks. Only if I don't lose all my life savings. Leon says. No, just friendly games. We're here to have a good time, not ruin lives. Murphy says. We all take another shot and then take seats around the poker table. The bartender is also the poker dealer. We spend the rest of the night playing poker, drinking, and smoking cigars. Towards the end of the night, Jet gets a call from Lena saying Poppy should get picked up, and he left. Todd and Murphy got pretty hammered, while Alistair looked like he never had a drink. Lucky Faye. We all stumbled our way back to the pack house around 3 a.m. Overall, it was a great night out with my guys. Catalina's POV. I open my eyes to blinding light coming through my bedroom window. I pull the blanket over my head and groan. I feel pain and nausea. My head is pounding. What did I do? Whatever it was a complete mistake. My head hurts, my stomach is not happy, and I feel like I'm floating. The room smells stale and like alcohol. Suddenly I get the urge to throw up. I toss the blankets off and rush to the bathroom. I get my head over the toilet just in time to retch up whatever is left in my stomach. When I think I can't possibly throw up anymore, I pick myself off the floor and rinse my mouth out. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm shocked at how much of a hot mess I look. I'm still wearing the dress from last night. I need to get clean. I get undressed and jump in the shower. I try to scrub the makeup off my face and wash my hair. I shave my legs and my lady parts. I get out of the shower and wrap myself in a robe. I definitely feel a lot better, but I need water or coffee or both. Heading to the kitchen, I see Rachel is still asleep in bed and Sarah is passed out on the couch. I should make a big pot of coffee for everyone. I grab a glass of water and sit at the table waiting for the coffee to finish brewing. Today is the day I get married. I can't believe we made it. Andrew has been the most loving and supportive mate. I am one lucky girl. I drink 2 glasses of water before getting a cup of coffee. Is that coffee? I hear Sarah ask from the couch. Her voice is husky and low. Yup. Bless you. Sarah says, getting up from the couch. Her makeup is smeared on half her face and her hair is crazy. I let out a small giggle. Don't laugh at me. I'm vulnerable. she says sitting next to me. She looks exhausted. Don't worry, I looked the same when I woke up. I say. The second bedroom door opens and Cassie steps out looking freshly showered. We all looked like that when we woke up. Cassie says as she walks over to get a cup. Happy wedding day, Lena. Cassie says as she sits in front of Sarah. How are you feeling? Better since the shower. And excited to get married. What are we supposed to do all day before the wedding? I ask. Well, Rachel I know has some last-minute things to do. Flora should be coming over with your dress in a few hours. But your job today is to just be pampered. Cassie says. Be pampered? Honestly, it sounds kind of boring. Should I call for some breakfast? I ask. Please, yes. I need something greasy with eggs. Sarah says. Why don't you go shower and I'll order us some food? I say. Me too. Yells Rachel from the bedroom. Honestly, all I think I can stomach is some toast. Cassie says. You got it. I call down to Dan and order breakfast for everyone. Then I go to my room and change into some clothes. I wonder how Andrew is faring this morning. Andrew's POV. Andrew, wake up. We need food. I hear Murphy at the doorway of my room. Ugh. Why am I awake? Then order some. I say as grumpily as I feel. I pull the blanket over my head. We all need food. You included. You are getting married today, man. He kicks my leg. Just like 30 more minutes. It's too early. Correction. It's like 11:30. You need to eat, shower, and get ready. I have to go down and help Rachel or she will literally cut my head off. It's 11:30 already. But that still gives me 4 hours before I have to be down there. Yeah, but you look like crap. You need time to get yourself together. Fine, I'm getting up. But you look like crap too. I throw the blanket off and sit on the side of the bed. I'll call down to get some food up here. Also, is it a Faye thing or what? Because Alistair is totally fine. He's actually training right now. It's definitely a Faye thing. I get up and head to the bathroom. I shower, shave, and get myself together. It's too early to put my suit on, so I just grab some jeans and a shirt before heading into the living room. I grab my phone and send Lena a text. I can't wait to see you in your dress. I can't wait to see you in your tux. Lena replies. I can't believe how happy I am. It's already 12:30 by the time we start eating breakfast. Murphy's phone keeps going off. Rachel? I ask. Murphy sighs. Yes, all right. I have to go help Rachel before she loses her mind. I will be back in a few hours. Alistair and Jet should be here soon. Murphy gets up and heads down to the Great Hall. I can only imagine what is going on down there. Rachel's POV. Where is Murphy? He said he was going to help me and we only have 2 hours left. Murphy, if you don't come down here I will come up there. I text him. If I mind link him right now, we will get into a fight and I really don't want to do that. I'm on my way. He replies. Where would you like these? A delivery guy asks. In front of that table. I say, pointing to the bride and groom table. I'm here. I'm here. I hear Murphy shouting from the door as he runs over to me. He stops in front of me and catches his breath. Finally. I need you to put those napkins on the tables. One on every plate. You got it. He kisses my cheek. I guess I'll let him off the hook. I spend the next hour fixing all the tables, flowers, and lights in the Great Hall. I made the greeting signs for guests. The guest book table is ready, and the gift table. Okay Murphy. I'm headed up to help Lena get ready. I need you to finish the photo booth before you go upstairs, okay? Sure thing. I'll see you later babe. And he winks at me. I need to get back to Lena to help her get ready. Catalina's POV. Should we wait for Rachel? Sarah asks. Of course. She would be heartbroken if we didn't. How about we have a glass of champagne while we wait? I wiggle my eyebrows. Girl, I thought you'd never ask. Sarah gets up to go get us some. Lena, you are an hour away from getting married. Are you nervous? Second thoughts? Regrets? Cassie asks. A little nervous, but definitely no second thoughts or regrets. I say with a smile. Good. I couldn't imagine you and Andrew not together. You two have honestly been goals for me whenever I find a mate. Sarah says, handing me a glass. We have had some seriously tests of our relationship. And I fear we have even more to get through. I say. Like what? Cassie asks. I have to go away for council training. For how long? 6 to 8 months. Oof, that's some time. When are you going? We haven't decided. But I can't sit on the council until I go through the training. What if you never go through the training? Then you can just be a Luna, or the Alpha of Redstone. You won't have to leave. Sarah says. That actually never crossed my mind. I couldn't do that. I have a responsibility. I can't just deny my birthright because I don't want to leave my mate. That's selfish. I can't be selfish with my powers. You're right. So what are you going to do with Redstone? Sarah asks. After the wedding and when we get back from our honeymoon, I will make an announcement. Things have fallen into place and I think everyone is ready. Ooh, cryptic. I like a woman with a mystery. Cassie teases. Suddenly the door bursts open and Rachel is standing in the doorway. "'Cause Rachel, you are going to break that door." Cassie scolds her. Rachel is breathing heavily. We only have 1 hour to get ready. We all look at the time and scramble to the bedrooms. Cassie and Sarah get ready while Rachel does my hair and makeup. Flora and Sarah, Rachel's mother-in-law, show up to help too. I feel like I am being pulled in 100 directions. Rachel pulling on my hair, Flora trying to get me to blink for mascara, Sarah asking me where my shoes are. Finally my hair and makeup are done. Cassie and Sarah come in and force Rachel to go get ready. I kick everyone out except Flora, so I can get my dress on. I still want it to be a surprise. Flora helps me into my dress and zips it up in the back. Oh my dear! You look absolutely gorgeous. You picked such a beautiful dress. Flora says with her hands on my shoulders. It was the first dress I tried on. I admit. Then it was meant to be. She squeezes me. My son was given such a wonderful gift from the moon goddess. She adds. Thank you. I pull her into a hug and try desperately not to cry and ruin my makeup. Her hug is soft but firm, and she smells like vanilla and sweet cinnamon. Come on dear. Let's show them your dress. Flora says. We head into the living room where Sarah, Cassie, Rachel, and Sarah are all waiting for us. Oh Lena honey, you look beautiful. Rachel says. All the women gather around me. This dress is perfect. It looks great with your skin tone. Thanks you guys. I feel beautiful. I say. I see Raymond coming through the front door and stopping. You look radiant. Raymond says with a warm smile. Is it time to come down? Flora asks. Raymond nods his head. Flora kisses my forehead. We will see you down there. She says as Sarah and her leave the apartment. Rachel, Cassie, and Sarah head out next, followed by Raymond and I. Are you ready? Raymond asks, offering me his arm. I've always been ready. I say and take his arm. We head down the elevator and into the lobby. The lobby is completely empty. This is the first time I've ever seen the lobby empty, there's no one even working the desk. We walk over to the doors of the Great Hall where the girls and guys are waiting. I could tell they were excited. Everyone was chatting and the girls were fixing something on the guys. Wow Lena, you look awesome. Murphy says. Thanks Murphy. Yeah, Andrew's a lucky guy. Todd says. Thanks Todd. You look exquisite, hi Alpha. Alistair bows a little. Thank you Alistair. I feel like there are butterflies in my stomach and I feel my heart rate pick up. The door to the Great Hall opens and Gamma Lucas steps out. I don't notice everyone moving to the side to give us a moment. He bows. Hi Alpha. Look at you. He says with a smile. Suddenly I throw my arms around his neck and hug him. I wanted to say thank you, but the words wouldn't come out. I just breathes in his forest scent and squeeze. I couldn't be prouder of you even if you were my own daughter. I hear him say. Don't cry Lena. Rachel will probably explode if you ruin your makeup. Don't cry, don't cry. Gamma Lucas pulls back. Okay, that's enough of that. We might turn into puddles if we keep that up. He chuckles. I just wanted to say congratulations to you. Now I need to take my seat, it's about to begin. He kisses my forehead and heads back inside. Rachel's eyes are glassy like she could cry at any moment. I hope mine don't look like that. Positions everyone. Cassie whispers. The guys and girls pair up and stand in the order of entering. The music starts and Murphy and Rachel enter the hall, followed by Cassie and Todd, and then Alistair and Sarah. The doors to the hall close behind them and Raymond and I take our position behind the door. My heart feels like it's going a mile a minute. This is it, the doors are about to open. I take a deep breath to try and calm my nerves. Suddenly the door to the hall opens. Andrew's POV waiting for the music to start is driving me crazy. I never thought I would be this nervous on my wedding day. It's going to be fine. I hear Eric whisper to me. I know. I say quickly. Then breathe. He says. I hadn't even noticed that I was holding my breath. I take in a deep breath. I hear the music start, oh thank goddess. I watch as Rachel and Murphy come down the aisle together. I hope Lena and I are as happy as they are together. They really complete each other. Then comes Cassie and Todd, talk about perfect for each other. They are followed by Alistair and Sarah. Finally everyone is down the aisle and the only one left is Lena. I feel like my heart is going to beat out of my chest. Everyone stands and the doors open and there stands Lena and my dad. Holy cow! She looks amazing and she's all mine. Catalina's POV. The doors open and I forget what to do. Raymond squeezes my hand and leads me into the room. Everyone in the Great Hall is standing and looking at me, but all I see is Andrew. He is staring straight at me. He looks incredibly handsome in his navy blue suit, grey vest, and maroon tie. His hair is slicked back to try and tame it. And his green eyes are locked on me. Don't cry, do not cry. I barely notice all the people as I walk down the aisle. I can't take my eyes off of Andrew, my mate, my almost husband. We stop at the end of the aisle in front of Eric. I hand my flowers to Rachel. Raymond puts my hand in Andrew's. I feel the warmth and tingles from our mate bond, and Andrew brings me in front of him. The music dies down and everyone takes a seat. The lights in the hall are dim except for where Andrew and I are. First, I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone and thanking each and every one of you for being here on this most happy of days. It's no accident that each of you are here today, and each of you were invited to be here because you represent someone important in the individual and collective lives of Andrew and Catalina. Eric begins. So, without further ado, the vows. Dearly beloved and honored guests, we are gathered together here to join Andrew and Catalina in the union of marriage. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. The bride and groom have each prepared vows that they will read now. Eric gestures for Andrew to begin. Andrew clears his throat. Lena. I remember the first time I saw you. The person you were then, is not who you are today. I have watched you grow and take on every battle. I have watched you turn from a shy and quiet girl, to a confident, God-defeating alpha. You make me want to be the best alpha and man I can be. We have already had such a journey together, and I know this is only the beginning. I couldn't love another person more than I love you. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's my turn. Great. Andrew. As far as mates go, I feel like the moon goddess gave me the absolute best. You loved me before I became anything, before I could even ask for some water. You have grown too. Your love and understanding has allowed me to become who I am today. I will never not love you. You will always be a part of me. I love you. A single tear falls down my cheek and Andrew squeezes me hand. And now our vows, Andrew, do you take Catalina to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others, and holding only unto her forevermore? I do. Andrew says. And Catalina, do you take Andrew to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others, and holding only unto him forevermore? I do. I say. Andrew and Catalina will now exchange rings as a symbol of love and commitment to each other. Rings are a precious metal, they are also made precious by your wearing them. Your wedding rings are special, they enhance who you are. They mark the beginning of your long journey together. Your wedding ring is a circle, a symbol of love never ending. It is the seal of the vows you have just taken to love each other without end. Andrew, please place the ring on Catalina's left hand and repeat after me, as a sign of my love, as a sign of my love. Andrew repeats. That I have chosen you. Eric continues. That I have chosen you above all else. Above all else. Andrew slides the ring on my finger. With this ring, I thee Wednesday. With this ring, I thee Wednesday. Andrew finishes with a smile. And Catalina, please place the ring on Andrew's left hand and repeat after me, as a sign of my love. As a sign of my love I repeat. That I have chosen you. That I have chosen you above all else. Above all else. I slide the ring onto Andrew's hand. With this ring, I thee Wednesday. With this ring, I thee Wednesday. To make your relationship work will take love. Continue to date each other. Take time to show each other that your love and marriage grows stronger with time. It will take trust to know that in your hearts, you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take loyalty to go forward together, without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you have both pledged today. And now, by the power vested in me by the Moon Goddess, it is my honor and delight to declare you married. Go forth and live each day to the fullest. You may seal this declaration with a kiss. Eric smiles. Andrew pulls me into him, pressing our bodies closer to each other. Andrew wraps his hand around the back of my neck, pulling my face towards his. My hand slid under his suit jacket and I leaned up as much as I could. I close my eyes as our lips touch. Our kiss is warm and soft. I feels like we are the only two people in the room. His scent fills my nose and I hear clapping around me, bringing me back to reality. I open my eyes to Andrew's beautiful green eyes smiling at me. My husband. I am so pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Lake. Eric announces. We turn to the room and the lights come up as everyone stands and cheers. Andrew takes my hand and leads me down aisle. We did it. We're married. I am his wife and he is my husband. Thank Goddess. We make our way to the bride and groom table. Andrew pulls out my chair and I take a seat. The music starts playing softly in the background as food is being delivered to each table. I am finally able to look at everyone in the room. I see so many familiar faces. I see all the councilmen and their families, all the alphas and lunas, some of the witches, and even the Fae King. While we are eating, the guests are coming up to our table to congratulate us and wish us well. Out of the corner of my eye I notice Dolus leaning against the back wall, drawing my attention away from Alpha Zane and his Luna. Dolus smiles at me and bows his head slightly. Lena, are you okay? Andrew asks quietly. I look at Andrew. Yes, sorry, I thought I saw something. When I look back he is gone. I give my attention back to the Alpha. After an hour of guests coming up to our table and us trying to stuff our faces in between them, we are called to the dance floor for our first dance. We picked a pretty typical song for our first dance, All of Me by John Legend. Andrew helps me out of my chair and takes my hand. He leads me to the middle of the dance floor and pulls me into him. He places one hand around the small of my back and takes his other hand in mine. I place my free hand on his shoulder and the music began. This is the moment I realized we never practiced our first dance. My heart drops in my stomach as I remembered through the planning and wedding talk we never talked about our first dance. I don't know how to dance. I mean, I have a guess, but I've never really done it before. Not like this, in front of all these people. We never practiced this. I whisper. He smiles. Just follow my lead. And try not to step on my feet. We start off slow with an easy back and forth movement. Okay, this isn't so bad, I can do this. Then Andrew starts leading me around the dance floor. I look into his green eyes with concern, but he just smiles at me. You got this. It's almost over. I hear in my mind. I just try and keep smiling. Our pace picks up at the end of the song, but finally it's over. Our first dance as husband and wife. The next song comes on and couples join us on the dance floor. See, that wasn't so bad. But how did we never practice our first dance? Andrew asks. I have no idea. I'll have to bring that up with Rachel. I tease. How are you feeling, wife? I'm feeling so much better. We only have cake cutting and the send-off left. How are you feeling, husband? I lay my head on his chest as we dance. I'm looking forward to the honeymoon. You still haven't told me where we are going. And I'm still not going to. It's a surprise. But our bags are packed and waiting in the car for our departure. I wish we could go now. Someone wants to get an early start on the honeymoon activities. Andrew wiggles his eyebrows at that. I giggle. I'm just getting tired of so many people around. I say. Soon. We can leave soon. Andrew and I dance until the end of the song. When it's over, we do our own rounds around the room to talk to anyone we haven't seen yet or want to see more of. At one point, Rachel, Cassie, Poppy, Dot, Sarah, and I were all huddled to one corner. I don't know how Sarah talked everyone into doing shots. I think she wanted us all to loosen up and get in the dance floor. Finally, it was time for the cake cutting. Our cake is actually pretty simple. It is a 3-tier rustic-looking cake with maroon and pink flowers and green leaves. Andrew holds the cake cutter in his hand and I place my hand on top of his. Everyone watches as we slice the first piece of cake, which I still think is a silly tradition. Andrew feeds me a bit of cake and I feed him one too. The cake is delicious, it's red velvet and cream cheese frosting, my favorite. The rest of the cake is cut up for the guests and served. The dancing picks back up and I finally run into Jet. He looks very handsome in his navy suit. He is speaking to a few alphas. I tap him on his shoulder to get his attention. He smiles and wraps me in a hug. Oh Lena! You look so amazing. Thanks. Where have you been all night? I ask. I had to get everyone in their seats and you have been surrounded by people all night. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm just glad I found you before we left. Me too. So you are married now. How does it feel? Honestly, the same. But I couldn't be happier. What about you and Poppy? She's great. I hate to compare my two mates, but it's completely different with Poppy than it was with Julie. With Poppy I don't feel suffocated or like I'm always doing something wrong. She lets me be myself. I'm really happy I got a second chance mate. He says. I'm really happy to hear that. You deserve it, Jet. You are the best beta and friend. Thanks. You're alright, I guess. He laughs. I lightly punch his shoulder. What? I'm the best. The best what? And are you beating up the usher? Can I help? Andrew teases. I wrap my arm around his waist. I'm the best everything. I say. Well, unfortunately I'm contractually obligated to agree with her. Marriage and all. You both are butt heads. I huff. They just laugh. Well, my wife. It's almost time for us to run away from here. He says. Thank goddess, I'm ready to get this dress off. Jet, when we come back I have a few announcements I need to make. Be sure to be here. I say. I hug him one more time before heading to our table. The announcement is made that the bride and groom are leaving and everyone makes a path for us. Everyone is throwing flowers at us as we walk past. Andrew is holding my hand as we wave and thank everyone for coming. We make it to the car and we climb in. I turn around and watch the crowd of people as we drive away. That was my wedding. I am married. A new chapter in my life story has begun. I am a wife now. Catalina's POV. The car drove us to the airport. Where are we going? I ask. Nope, not telling. But you can take a nap on the plane. Deal. I say. Andrew helps me out of the car and we head on to the plane. Andrew hands me a bag. I had Rachel pack you a change of clothes so you don't have to stay in your wedding dress. I wrap my arms around Andrew's neck and pull him in to kiss him. What a thoughtful husband you are. I take the bag and head to the back of the cabin where the bed is. Oh dang, I forgot I need help with the dress. I peek my head out. Andrew, can you help me with my dress? Sure, I'll be right there. He says. I go back in the room and pull out the clothes Rachel picked for me. Andrew comes in the room and helps me unzip my dress in the back. How long is the plane ride? I ask. Not too long. A few hours. Are you not tired? A little, but I'll probably stay awake. Why did you want me to join you? He wiggles his eyebrows and gives me a smirk. I giggle. Not for that. I giggle. He kisses my forehead. Go ahead and lay down. If I get tired I will join you. He says and leaves the room. I get changed and climb into bed. I must have been exhausted because don't remember falling asleep, but I wake up to Andrew's voice. Lena, wake up, we just landed. Did I really sleep through the whole plane ride and the landing? Wow, I'm actually impressed. I'm awake. I say groggily. I pull the blankets off and sit at the edge of the bed. What time is it? I ask. Past midnight. Andrew says. Come on, we'll go to our room so we can get some sleep. Then we'll explore tomorrow. He says. We get up and head off the plane. When I get out of the plane it smells like the ocean, but all I saw looked like a normal airport runway. We got into a car and loaded up our luggage. It was pretty dark outside and I mostly just saw trees while the car was taking us somewhere. I leaned my head on Andrew's shoulder. I must have fallen asleep, because I remember the feeling of being carried and placed into a bed. The next thing I know, it's morning. The smell of the salty ocean fills my nose and I feel a warm breeze on my skin. I open my eyes and look around the room. We are in a large bed with white sheets, wooden canopy frame with a white curtain. I sit up, careful not to wake Andrew. Oh my goddess! We are on the ocean. I get out of bed and walk to the open doors of the room. The doors leads to a deck which leads to the water. We are in a house literally on the water. There is a hot tub on the deck with chairs to lay out on. There are steps that lead out to the ocean. I walk over to the steps to get a closer look. I have never seen anything so beautiful in my life. The water is so clear and blue, I've never seen water like this. I can see the fish swimming in the water. I can't believe a place like this exists, it's like paradise. I need to change. I head back to the room and look around for suitcases, but don't see any. I check the drawers of one of the dressers and find clothes. Maybe I should shower? I go to the side door to see if it's the bathroom. I was right, it is the bathroom. The back and side of the bathroom is just windows and a door that leads to the deck. There is a bathtub in the middle on the bathroom. This tub is beautiful, it's white and could easily hold 2 people, with jets. There are his and her sinks. I find a towel and turn on the water to the tub. I even found some bubble bath. This is going to be the best bath ever. I get undressed and sink into the warm water. Oh, this feels amazing. I see you found the tub. I hear a voice behind me. I turn to see Andrew in the door frame. This place is amazing. Where are we? I asked. A small island far away. He says. What are we going to go to do here for 3 days? Well, we can go scuba diving, there are shops and restaurants on the island, but mostly I imagine us spending our time together. Andrew joins me in the tub. Oh really? I mean, it is our honeymoon, wife. Andrew makes his way towards me. He takes my hand and kisses up my arm and to my neck. I let out a small moan. He kisses his way to my lips. I feel his hand. I pull back and narrow my eyes at him. Very smooth. I say. He smiles at me. I try. His hands rock my hips on top of him. I place my hands on his chest and lean in to kiss him. The kiss is rough and hungry for more. I feel him adjust himself under me and lifts me to allow him access. He stays there for a moment before he starts moving. I let out another moan and I can feel my body heat rising. Oh Andrew! Right there! I moan out as I feel the pressure in my stomach build up. I knew I was going to come soon. Andrew rocked my hips back and forth. I threw my head back and moaned as I came. I felt Andrew's release at the same time. Both of us are breathing heavy. Great, now I need to shower. I say. We could shower together. He adds, earning a chuckle from me. I stand up and Andrew helps me out of the tub. The shower is huge with 6 shower heads, 2 on the ceiling and 2 in the front of the shower and 2 on the sides, and glass walls. How on earth do you work this? I ask. Andrew looks around and there are buttons at the front of the shower. Let's see what this does. Andrew pushes a button and water starts to come out from the side shower heads. He pushes another button and water comes from all the shower heads. Okay, now let's see if I can get the water warmer. Andrew works the controls and the water warms up. There we go. Ready for a shower. I get in and Andrew gets in behind me. I grab the body wash and Andrew takes it from me and washes my back. His hands on my body start to make me warm and the tingles make me excited. Andrew turns me around to face him. Put your arms around my neck, he says. I put my arms around his neck and he lifts me up. We are never going to make it out of the bathroom today. Are you okay? Andrew asks. Yes, the glass is cold. I say. Andrew smiles at me. Well, let's warm it up, he says. Do you like that? He asks. Yes, I say. I can't control the moans coming out of me. It feels so good and about to explode. Beg me. What? Beg me or I'll stop. Andrew slows down and I whimper. Please. Please what? Please let me. That's the best you got. Andrew picks up the pace. Please, I want. Please, can I? My breathing is heavy. Yes, you can. I let go and finish. Andrew finished. He pulls my head up and kisses my neck from behind. I love you, wife, he says against my skin. I love you too, husband. He turns me around and kisses me. Okay, let's really get clean now. I'm hungry, Andrew says, grabbing the body wash again. Catalina's POV. Once we are cleaned up and dressed, we head out of the hut or house or whatever you want to call the building that's over the water. We walk down a path past other huts towards the land. Our hut is the last one in the line of huts. The weather outside was gorgeous. The bright sun warmed my skin, the cool breeze coming off the ocean felt amazing. The air smelled like salt and coconuts. We got to the land and there were people laying on the beach, a lot of trees, and a jeep with a young man standing beside it, which looks like they are waiting for us. It's just a short ride to the main resort, Andrew says and helps me into the jeep. I climb in and the car takes off. It was only a few minutes later we are pulling up at a large building. We make our inside where we are greeted by a young woman. Hi Alpha, Alpha. This way to your table. I'm surprised to be addressed as Hi Alpha all the way out here. She walks us into a dining room and then out to a terrace. We are the only ones out here. I guess money buys you privacy. Seems lonely. We take our seats and she leaves. I'm surprised to be called High Alpha all the way out here. I say, Lena, wolves are everywhere. You will learn that in council training. The world is a much bigger place. A waiter comes and brings us some drinks. So how much of this have you already planned out? I asked, noticing the waiter never took orders. Most if not all of it. After breakfast I have us signed up for a hot stone massage. After that we can spend some more time relaxing in the hut and have lunch served to us there. For dinner, we will eat on the beach. They have a table set up with entertainment. Tomorrow will be much of the same, but we will go on a boat ride and snorkeling, Andrew says. And what about the last day? I ask. On the last day we're going parasailing. What's that? I ask. You will just have to wait and find out. He teases. The waiter brings out a plate for both Andrew and I. The food looks amazing, and smells amazing. There are eggs, sausage, waffles, and fresh fruit. After breakfast we head to the spa. A woman greets us and shows us to the changing areas. I change out of my clothes and put on a robe. I go through a door to the waiting area. The room is very calming. It has large windows that overlook the ocean and soft comfortable chairs. Andrew comes in after I get myself a glass of cucumber-infused water. Are we getting separate massages or like a couple's massage? I ask. Couples of course. He says, taking a seat on the couch. But before I could sit, a woman comes into the room. Mr. and Mrs. Lake. We are ready for you. She leads us to a back deck where 2 beds are waiting for us. There are white curtains covering all sides of the area so no one can see in. Go ahead and remove your robes and get under the sheets. I will be back in a moment. She closes the door. I take my robe off and crawl under the sheet while Andrew does the same. A woman and a man come in and they pull back all the white curtains revealing the ocean. The smells and the sounds are so relaxing I could fall asleep. The woman asks me if I have any problem areas, which I've never thought of before. I don't think so. I say. She has me roll over to my stomach and pulls my sheet down. She starts massaging and it's so wonderful. I mean, I've only ever had one other massage before, but this one is already much better. Then she brings out the hot rocks. At first I'm concerned they will be too hot, but actually they feel very comforting. We finish our massages and head back to our hut. So how do you feel? Andrew asks. Like I'm jello, but in a good way. What about you? I couldn't imagine being more relaxed than I am right now. So would you like to get into the hot tub? He asks. Sure, I'll get my swimsuit on. I change into my red bikini and we sink into the hot tub. If I get any more relaxed I'll be asleep. I giggle. Andrew and I spend the next hour enjoying the hot tub and laying out in the sun. Soon our lunch arrives and they set up a table and chairs for us on the deck. This place is seriously perfect. On the table was a bowl of fresh fruit, burgers, and fries. Wow, you really did do all of this. I say. What can I say? I know what my wife likes. Andrew teases me. We eat our lunch on the dock and enjoy the view of the ocean. I'm surprised to realize I haven't thought about home until right now. Maybe that is the point. Is all of this so I don't think about home? I ask. Not really. I just know we have been through a war and when we go back you are making some important decisions. And leaving home for a while to train. I wanted you to at least have something happy to look back on. He says. Andrew. We have been through a war together. We can make it through anything. Don't worry. I say and kiss him. We finish our lunch. What can we do now? I ask. We can go for a run. Like Hope can. I ask. Sure, it's a wolf-friendly island. He say. Oh yes, Hope would love to run through the trees. I say, getting excited for her. Let's go. Andrew gets up and we head back towards land. We walk towards some trees. We can shift here. Andrew says. We get undressed and Hope shifts so quickly. Wow, someone is excited. I say to her. Hope sniffs around at all the new smells in the air. Andrew shifts into Mark. Hope runs her nose on Mark and then she takes off running. This is so different than the forests back home. The tree density is much higher here, but I still manage to outrun Mark. We spent a few hours running through the trees and chasing after each other. We get changed as the sun is going down. When is dinner? I ask. Now. He says. Should we change? Nah, it's just us and it's on the beach. Let's eat. Chasing you worked up an appetite. Andrew grabs my hand and leads me to the beach. There at the beach was a table covered in a white tablecloth, a few candles, and 2 covered dishes. Andrew pulls out my chair and I take a seat. Andrew removes the covers to reveal 2 steak dinners. I smile up at him. You do know me so well. He takes a seat across from me. There is a large steak with asparagus and roasted potatoes. Everything smells delicious. There is a bottle of wine on the table and Andrew pours us both a glass. This is completely perfect, a great meal, my wonderful mate, by the ocean, and the beautiful sunset. What more could I possibly want? We enjoy our dinner and each other's company. That steak was amazing. It tastes better than back home. Do you think they have special cows here? Andrew asks. They must because that was amazing. I agree. Let's head back to the hut. We can get into comfy clothes and put on a movie. Andrew says. He holds out his hand to me and helps me up. We walk back to the hut listening to the sound of the ocean. We get back to the hut and I change into a pair of shorts and a tank top. I get into bed and wait for Andrew. Andrew comes out of the bathroom with just a pair of sweatpants. Yum! Andrew crawls into bed with me. I curl up against him as he picks out something to watch. I'm more interested in his body. I run my fingers up and down his chest. Andrew landed on Bob's Burgers. But our attention was more on each other than the show. That night I came more than once. Join our Facebook and WhatsApp group for more updates, link is given in description. Rest audiobook will be continued in next episode.